session. Hello, Hello, everybody, and welcome to our session, TEYL SIG, and this is July 1st event, and it's about here strengthening vocabulary and grammar with AI-driven narratives. So here in brief, we are going to talk about how could we encourage young learners to improve their vocabulary and grammar using AI storytelling. Yes, hello, Shahinda. I'm really happy that you're there. Okay. So our agenda, we're going to start with the warming up, okay? And we are going to learn about storytelling to improve young learners' grammar and vocabulary skills, AI for empowering young learners, and AI storytelling platforms. So we need to learn more about the platforms. Okay, so let's start with the warming up. By the way, this activity I've learned from Africa ELTA 2024 in Egypt this year. And actually, I love the idea, and I think that you love the idea too. So I'd like all of you to think of a story. What is your favorite story? If you can think of your favorite story. Okay, and I will be happy if you get a pencil or a pen and a notebook because we need to write something. Okay, you can write in the chat box. You can write in the chat box. So please, yes, write, yes, in the middle of your copybook or notebook. Just write here, my favorite story is, for example, Pinocchio. And you have to just write 10 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and write any adjective comes to your mind. Number 2, write a noun. 3, the story title. What is the story? Is it Alice in Wonderland or Pinocchio, or what is the story that you like, your favorite story? And you have to write number 4, a verb, any verb. Number 5, a noun. And number 5, a noun should be different from number 2. And we need here number 6, a noun also. And number 7, a noun too. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 different nouns. Okay, Reem says that my favorite story is Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I love this one. So could you help us, Reem? I'd like you to think of, write an adjective, any adjective. For example, happy. For example, any adjective comes to your mind. Okay? And number 2, noun. Number 3, story title. For example, Alice in Wonderland. Number 4, verb, noun, noun, noun. And number 8, verb plus ing. Okay. And number 9, the same story title. And number 10, an adjective. So I will let you, 1 minute to think of these. What we have to come up with more ideas. All right, Shahinda, Cinderella. Okay, so please, Shahinda, write number 1. Write number 1, adjective, for example, beautiful or happy or any adjective. Number 2, noun, because it could help you. It will help you later. So please write the number plus what we need you to write. I'm waiting. Hello, hello, I'm waiting. Yes. Okay, can you please write? Because I will let you discover something, yes, beneficial for you. Are you there? Okay.
Yeah, so should we write in the comments
Yes, of
or
course.
in the
Write
chat?
it. Yes, yes, in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, reading here. Okay. I'm waiting for you, Reem. So, is there anybody writing? Hello, hello.
You need adjective or noun?
I
Sorry.
need number one. I need 10. Yes, I need here an adjective, noun, story title, verb, noun, noun, and
Noun, verb,
yes.
okay.
For example, I can write for you. And for example, here, let's say here, beautiful. Okay, and another one noun here. I'd like you to just number one here. Number one, beautiful. Number two here, let's say fish. And the story title, my favorite story, let's say here, The Frog Prince. The Frog Prince. Okay, and number four here, I need a verb, so let's say walk. Five, we need a noun. Let's say here, flower. Another noun, any noun. Okay, sun.
Princess, we can say princess or son.
Yes, anything, yes.
Yes.
So I will just, number seven, I'm sorry, so seven. I will write here, princess. I'd like to get the idea. Number eight here, verb plus ing, let's say sleeping. Number nine here, the same story title, The Frog Prince. And number 10 here, another adjective. So let's say happy.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, very good. So here, Reem, breathtaking imagination, Alice in Wonderland, travel, smoke, queen, frog, tea, running, Alice in Wonderland also, and honesty. So I will take it as a, yes, I will save my here. I just copy, all right. And I will delete them. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to jump into the next one. I have to jump into the next slide. Okay, so here we have a story and we have to fill in the gaps. Do you remember the gaps that you have written in the chat box? So I will just make it as, here, I couldn't just, yes, keep it. For example, here, I need Reem. Can you please, Reem, unmute yourself and try to read, please, dear?
Okay, do you want me to read the things that I've written?
Yes, you have to use your words that you have chosen into the text here. For example, here you chose here a breathtaking. So you have to say that a breathtaking reflection.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, a breathtaking reflection of the human imagination may be found in the story of Alice in Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
It travels as a reminder of our ability to change,
Uh-huh.
the influence of our decisions, and the potential for personal frog. We may learn a lot from about about our own search for queen
Okay.
tea.
Okay, Queen and tea. That sounds weird.
There, this is so weird. Okay, so as I write out this thoughtful post, I'm running to apply the lesson I taught from the story of Alice in Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry. Need to be honest for self-awareness and personal development.
Yes, that's awesome. Amazing, Dr. Reem. I'm really happy for your participation here. Thank you very much, dear. So here, as you can see,
For you, and I'm sorry.
as you can see here, that you just make a revision, all right, using different adjectives, different nouns, different verbs, okay, and filling the gaps, putting in a different text. This text will just come up with, every one of you come up with different ideas, different structures. So you can try this activity with your students, and they will love it. They will love it. And they will laugh, and they will, by the way, review their grammar. So it could help you as a grammar revision. And specifically, you can use that when you come up with storytelling. Okay, let's start here. The second thing here, let's talk here about storytelling to improve young learners' grammar and vocabulary skills. And you know that this is very, very important for them. So, do you think that the storytelling could improve young learner grammar and vocabulary skills? Of course. So,
Of course,
exactly. Yes.
uh,
Yes.
but
So,
I think it will improve more vocabulary, more
uh,
than grammar.
vocabulary and grammar, both, dear, and I will show you how.
Okay.
Specifically with young learners, because young learners, when you teach them vocabulary or grammar in a perfect way or in a good way. So I think that they will never make mistakes, specifically in when you are talking about, for example, present simple or past simple, when they are talking about he is, or they don't have to say that he are, because they remember the story. So
Like
yeah,
passive learning.
They can retell the story again.
exactly.
Do you mean by retelling the story again
And
and write
yes,
brief,
exactly.
brief or just like that, yeah?
Exactly, and I will show you how to do so. For example,
Okay.
here, yes, contextual language acquisition here. You know that the stories provide a meaningful context for young learners to encounter new words, phrases, and grammar structures. So here, children can better understand their usage and the meaning, making language more relevant and memorable. And as for number two here, vocabulary expansion. You know that stories expose young learners to a wide range of vocabulary words. So through context and repetition, as you told us before, dear, children can acquire new words and their meanings too in the context. And here you can improve the young learners' grammar in context, because the stories give them examples of grammar structures in a natural context. So you don't give them the form, but you will give them the natural context in the story itself. So young learners here encounter grammatically correct sentences within the narrative. So here, while understanding the grammatical rule and patterns. So while you are teaching them sentences or phrases within the story, so they will remember and learn the grammatical rules in a perfect way. And also you can find that here, the storytelling exposes young learners to language patterns, sentences, structures, and idiomatic expressions. So they will learn more through stories. And you can find here number 4, stories reflect different cultures and perspectives. So when you teach them a story, so you can teach them different cultures. So they not only learn vocabulary, new vocabulary and new grammar structures for them, but they learn also different cultures and perspectives. And exposing young learners to diverse ideas and experiences. And you can find here the last one here, the storytelling captivates young learners. Not only young learners, adults too. You know that all of us, I like stories and I think that you like stories too. So it captivates their attention and sparks their imagination. So you know that it creates an enjoyable an interactive learning environment and motivate them to actively participate and engage with the language. So that's why here storytelling is very, very helpful for us as a teacher and as for also young learners. Okay.
We can say that storytelling, weaving vocabulary and grammar and culture together.
Exactly, yes, exactly. Okay. So here, so how about here storytelling and technology? Okay. Or the digital storytelling. When you, okay, this is for any story that you can teach to your students. How about digital storytelling? You know that the storytelling here, digital storytelling incorporates multimedia elements such as images, videos, audios, and interactive features. You know, I think that most young learners like me, I'm a visual one. So when you come up with images or pictures or, you know, audios or any interactive features, they could understand what you want to teach them specifically. And here, these elements capture young learners' attention and make the learning experience more captivating and interactive. And when we are talking about technology integration, so the digital storytelling familiarize the young learners with digital tools and platforms. So preparing them for the digital world and developing digital literacy skills and utilize technology for educational purposes. So instead of letting them just take spending much time, you know, on their mobile phone or playing games, how about encouraging them to learn through storytelling while they are using the mobile phone or laptops or their iPads? And also the digital storytelling give them the ability to connect with peers from different cultures and geographical locations. So they will learn from different people and different peers also. Yes, it is recorded, dear. Yes, I will share it with you. Yeah, it is recorded. Don't worry. Okay, and let's learn here about AI for empowering young learners. Why specifically AI? Okay, so here, or what is the effectiveness of storytelling here? The digital storytelling here platform can be tailored to meet the individual needs and abilities of young learners, and it allows for personalized and differentiated learning experiences. And I will tell you how could we do so using platforms. Don't worry. And here, number two, here, instant feedback and correction. You can find that AI storytelling platforms can provide immediate feedback and correction, helping young learners to identify, uh, yeah, okay, I admit, helping young learners to identify grammar and vocabulary errors. You can find interactive quizzes, exercises, and dialogue-based interaction with AI characters. Enable them to practice their language and receive instant guidance and correction. And you can find here that this platform can offer ongoing support and resources for young learners beyond the storytelling experiences, like here, language exercises, interactive games, and supplementary materials. I will show you all of these things and how can we do so. All right. So the best part, yes. Okay, we have considering learners' needs and abilities here, utilizing AI algorithm. Okay. To generate productive stories, can here dynamically adjust difficulty level and content based on learning progress, fostering a deeper understanding and retention of the language. And we are going to know how could we do so. Are we ready for the platforms? Yeah, so that's what we need though.
Yeah.
Very good. So the first platform is Once Upon a Bot. Once Upon a Bot is a great AI tool that you can create your story. I will show you how can we do so. Here, when you write here on the Google, Once Upon a Bot, and you will find it, you can go through this and you can find here, what do you want your story to be about? Right here, the grammar you need to teach your students and the vocabulary that you need to teach also to your students. For example, okay, and there's something here, you can create a story three free stories every week. So I think that you can just create 1 or 2 or 3 stories and you can teach this story using the vocabulary and the grammar to your students. So for example, my students like Sonic and they like also the space. So I wrote here, write a story about Sonic who has an adventure to the space using the present simple tense. Use also the following words, for example, loves, feels, stops, watches, experiences, flips, discover, carries, and explores. And once you press on create your story, you come up with the Sonic story or the supersonic, yes, using the present simple tense. So what can you see here? So this is the story. By the way, yes, you can use here the writing style or the art style. You can use here different writing styles and art styles. So it's up to you here. And as you can see, you can find here the story for students and using the Sonic in the adventure of Supersonic in the space. You can ask your students to read the story, to pick the new words, to pick here the grammar that you want to teach them. For example, I need here a present simple tense with the singular form. So they have to pick here the verbs, including S, for example. So while reading the story, they can pick here the words through the story. And you can ask them to discuss their findings with each other. And they can retell the story in their own way using these words. This is for Once Upon a Pod. We have here another one, which is editbad.org. Okay, so as for editbad here, this is very, very easy for your students. Here, you can here decide or determine that the length of the story, is it short, medium, long, or extensive. You can here determine here the story type. Is it classic or horror or realism, and set the creativity according to your students' ability. Okay, so I will show you here, and you can find here the age group. For example, here, after I just come up with these things here, I choose here, you can find the age group, for example, from 3 to 6 years old, or from 7 to 13, or 13 to 20, or you can just try to find out if they are young learners or adults. There is something here really important. You can, yes, get the story according to their levels, standard, innovative, imaginative. So according to their, you can find also the standard or the type of the story itself. Okay, so this is for edit back. And you can find here plagiarism checker for them, specifically in the edit back. We have here another one, which is here Storybox. Storybox, you can find here, you can create your own story, or you can find here templates for your students. Don't just choose the free one, okay? You can find here lots of stories in the library, and you can create also your story. You can find here stories with reflections or memory challenge, physical activity, science fiction, spelling correction. So if you have any activity you would like to practice with your students, you can find here templates that you can use with your young learners. For example, here, I will show you here. So this is one of the story. Okay, for example, here, Dino loved looking up at the night sky and dreaming about exploring space. So here, when we are talking about that, I'd like you to twinkle your fingers like sparkling stars in the sky, because we say that, yes, night sky. And you can say that the dino lives in a forest, okay, with tall trees. So just stretch your hand and ask your students to do like that as a tall trees. So, and this story is specifically for young learners, I think that for kindergartens. You can also find the story here with reflection questions. So after reading the story, you can ask them here some questions. So by the way, these questions are really stated. You don't have to create these questions. Also, you can find here science facts, specifically with, unicorn, and you know that the girls love unicorns. Okay, so here you can say that once upon a time, there was a magical rainbow named Roy and a kind-hearted unicorn named Lily. They lived in a sunny meadow surrounded by tall trees and colorful flowers. So here we are talking about a rainbow. I need to give them here science facts regarding the rainbow. So you can find here that, did you know that the rainbows appear when the sunlight shines through the raindrops in the air? So you can give them here more ideas and more reflection related to the story itself. You can give them also here questions. For example, once upon a time in a sunny field lined with daisies, the little puppy prepared for school. So here, where was the puppy when the story began? So in a sunny field, the dark forest, in the city, or underwater. So they have to look at the picture and they have to figure out the answer. By the way, you can play the story for them instead of narrating the story for them. They can listen to the story to improve also their listening skills. Also, you can find here a book creator. By the way, there is here 1 minute, and you can please rejoin again to learn more about the book creator. But let's start here, and we are going to go back. By the way, book creator here, you can go through book creator, and you can ask your students to create your own story, or you can create the story for them and ask them to read the story and pick the word or the vocabulary that you want to teach them, pick the grammar rules and structures that you want to teach them, so that you get their productive, you can maximize their outcomes, and you can get their production. You can start with a template, or you can start from the scratch. So here, by the way, this is my story, an adventure to AI Wonderland. So it is not an Alice in Wonderland, real. Okay, but it is an AI Wonderland. You can here, by the way, you can let the story be narrated for you. You can play the story, read the story for me. After writing the story, you can let it
Listen
AI,
to the
yes,
story.
you can listen to the story, yes, and you can, yes, enjoy listening.
I
Yes,
love the title, the design. You're so creative. Sorry
thank
for
you.
interrupting.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you.